Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
Good morning, everybody. We are so excited about today's first guest. It is a really big treat for us here on Studio 512. She has just this year, 2025, been named one of the world's most influential people by Time Magazine, and it all started back in 1991 with 10 natural lipstick shades that she invented. She's a makeup artist, author, entrepreneur, and the founder of both Bobbi Brown Cosmetics and Jones Road Beauty. It's Bobbi Brown, and she joins us this morning to talk about her career and what's new. Bobbi, I am so honored. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course, you're here for a special reason, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, I want to go back to the beginning if we can and ask about when you knew makeup was for you. When was it your passion?
Well, I used to watch my mom put makeup on, and I just always thought she looked so beautiful, and I tried to do it to myself. And it always did make me feel prettier. And it was my mom that said, forget about what you want to do with your career and life. What's your passion? What would you love if you could do anything today if it's your birthday? And I said, I want to play with makeup. She said, why don't you be a makeup artist? And I somehow found a college that let me do that.
Wow. First of all, I'm so glad she supported you in that dream. And then that's what you did. You went and got a degree in doing makeup, right?
Because I didn't want to go to beauty school. I really wanted a college degree. So Emerson College in Boston allowed me to design my own major. So I'm probably the only one in the world that has a major in theatrical makeup.
Wow, that is so cool. And then, of course, you took off from there. So you are no longer in charge of Bobbi Brown, but I do want to ask about you getting it started because it came with those lipstick shades. Yeah. And I read somewhere that the department store, was it Bergdorf? Mm-hmm. Hoped to sell 100, in a week?
The first month.
The first month. And we did 100 a day.
Right, we did. That was big back in the day. But so this was the 80s when makeup was very artificial and overdone and bright, crazy colors. And here comes this makeup artist who said, no, you just need a color lipstick the color of your lips. Mm. And if it's going to be a red or a pink, it has to work with your skin tone. So we had 10 lipsticks. I sold them out of my house for a year and a half, and then met a cosmetics buyer from Bergdorf Goodman who took the line.
That is absolutely incredible. Yeah. And then it has just been success to success after that.
Oh, there's a few moments, guys. I was,
thank you for saying
there's
so.
There's always things, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I also, got married, started having babies. I was a working mom. I mean, it wasn't all this like you think. Everything you do is hard work.
Thank you for saying that, because I think we see you from the outside and it's like, oh, she's done nothing but succeed.
Yeah.
But it is hard to have 3 boys while you're running an empire.
Right. 3 boys, a husband. I'm married 37 years. I actually have friends. Mm-hmm. So it's there's no balance, right? I try to balance, but, I do the best I can.
I think that that's such a different mindset than so many other people go for. I want to make it big, I want to sell out, and then I want to be gone.
And then do what, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I left Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, and I'm like, all right, I was 59.9 years old. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I didn't know. And I didn't know I was going to launch another beauty brand. And when I launched, I was 62 years old. Oh. So, and...
Would you ever put her at 62?
No, I'm 68. I am 68.
You look so fabulous. I just can't get over it. So Jones Road now has been around for about 4 years. Right. So that's what you launched. And what was the inspiration behind Jones Road?
Well, when I was between gigs, I realized that I wasn't doing all that makeup and trying to look perfect. I just wanted to look good enough. Yeah. Right? So I was wearing makeup differently, looking for makeup differently, and I just started playing around with some formulas. The Miracle Balm was the first thing, and I put it on. I'm like, oh my God, I look so much better. It was during the pandemic. You're on Zoom, and you just need something.
So many reflections of your own face back to you. There were a lot of light bulbs, I think, going off.
Exactly. So, we started with the Miracle Balm. We launched 4 or 5 different products. October of 2020, after my very long non-compete was up. I had a
Mm-hmm.
25-year non-compete when I sold the company.
Which is unreal.
Yeah, and so, it's been off to the races since
Off
then.
to the races. Here we go. Okay, let's talk about what Jones Road offers, because of course the Miracle Balm, anyone who's anyone on
Right.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you've seen it because it's so fun to watch you push into it. But talk about the shades we're looking at here and what Miracle Balm's supposed to do for you.
Well, what Miracle Balm is a skincare and makeup hybrid.
Okay.
So I give it 3 categories. There's colors that are tints to the skin, and that's where you should start. A tint might be this color or this color. So I do tawny, that kind of cuts the yellow of my skin.
Oh.
Some people would do like a pinky one, dusty rose.
Okay.
And what this does is, I have a lot of yellow in my skin. It counteracts the yellow, but it also moisturizes and gives me some color. And then I would use one as a blush. So there's a peachy one. This is flushed. It's pink.
Is this what you have on right now?
Yeah,
It's
I
gorgeous.
have it on my cheeks. And then I love a little bit of shine and sparkle. So we have 3 or 4 of them that have some, sparkle in them. And then you just put it up here, and it kind of gives you a glow.
Love it.
I use it on my neck. I use it on my legs when I'm, the first time in the season where you just got to do something.
When you got to do a little sundress, that sort of thing. If someone were in a situation where they're thinking, okay, I only have the money to buy one Miracle Balm, but I really want to buy into Jones Road, what would you suggest?
It really depends what you like. Do you want a tint? Do you want a blush color? And, for Memorial Day weekend, we only do it once or twice a year. We sell the minis. So you could either get it online or in the store, but there's a little bag. You get to pick your own minis, and then you could try them all.
You will see me buying it. Okay. All right. Let's talk about some of your, favorite products from the Jones Road line, because the Miracle Balm is what got it all kicked off.
I mean, I have many. I don't have them all here. This is a newer launch. This is called Just Enough. It's a tinted moisturizer. And why I like it is because when you put it on, you look even. Your skin looks hydrated, but you don't look like you've got a foundation on. And that's my kind of look.
And when we're aging,
Well, aging is a good thing.
Aging
We're
is a
not
good
aging,
thing.
we're getting older and smarter and wiser.
That's right.
Yeah.
We should be honored as such. But as that's happening, at least our KXAN makeup artist, Karen, who does not do our makeup but has taught us how to do our makeup, and you are in that kind of same, I want to educate people type way, has actually suggested that people go lighter, more sheer, more in the tint realm, instead of caking on the heavier and heavier.
Right. I mean, there's a big difference between cake and sheer. So, people need a little coverage. You can get it with a face pencil. We offer this amazing face pencil that you could just do the spots that are bothering you. Some of us have sunspots, some people have blemishes, red around the nose. It takes care of all that.
Okay, you've just listed 2 that I have. And then I do want to ask about what the foundation, because my mother-in-law, good morning, Cindy, is watching this morning, and she loves it.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite products, because it was before the tinted moisturizer. It's richer, it's dewier, it's amazing for dry skin. I put it on when I just need moisture and coverage, and it doesn't look like coverage.
Yeah, I've seen it on her skin. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we've kind of been teasing this a little bit, but you've said you can buy in store. That's because there's a brand new store open on South Congress, which is so exciting. And you guys chose Austin as the first place to put a footprint in Texas.
Right. Well, Texas has always been important to me. Being in the beauty industry, Texas women love beauty.
We do.
All right. So I'll never forget the first time I went to Dallas when I was a young makeup artist and learned
a lot of look.
Whole different. New York City and Texas back then was very different. We've kind of meet halfway now. But I love Austin because it's so loose and people are so nice, and the store is our biggest store. Of course, it's Texas. It has to be the biggest store.
Go big, go home.
And we have makeup artists there who are trained. They're Jones Road trained artists, and they don't push makeup. They teach you. They give you a list of everything that would work for you. They don't try to sell it to you. They just want you to have it. So, they do makeup for proms, for weddings. They do parties there.
I was going to say bachelorette.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
But what a wonderful thing that you can go in and get color matched, because that until meeting you today.
Right,
I've
yeah.
just been shopping online and I'm like, I'm not quite sure
Right.
what would be the best
Right.
foundation match for
Right.
me. So
But what's amazing about Jones Road Online, because that's most of our business is online, there are these great ways that you could take the test. And if you're still not sure, there's a couple different ways. You can talk to one of the makeup artists online and confirm that this is the right color or not. And,
That's so cool.
Yeah, so.
the fact that you continue to employ MUAs
Mm-hmm.
as like the majority of the people we're going to
Right.
talk with,
Yeah.
that's really huge, and that's not
Right.
what most people do.
Well, we have, people customer service people that deal with the people that didn't get their orders, but we have makeup artists that help you choose what colors.
I think that's wonderful. Okay, some other things I need to make sure I say before we leave this segment. I'd love to keep you all day, Bobby, but I know you're a busy woman. That Times 100 list, y'all check that out. A shout out from Snoop Dogg.
Which
Could
is
you-
so cool. It's somewhere on my Instagram. It was, one of those moments I'll never forget.
He said, what did he call you?
He said there's actors and, all sorts of scientists and the one Bobby, the least controversial Bobby Brown ever. That's me.
The least controversial. I love that. And then you've got an I Am Me YouTube series where you
Yes.
interview famous people, and I think that's really cool. You're very open and hip to hip, and I think that's really amazing. The last thing I just want to make sure I ask you about
Yeah.
is September is coming up,
Right.
and it's your 10th book.
Yeah, it's my 10th book. I've written 9 beauty books. And by the way, I don't know how to type. So that's a whole nother story. My mother let me drop out of typing. But this is I hate to say memoir because I still don't think I'm old enough, but it's my story. And hopefully people will read about the story and understand that anything's possible, and resilience is the key to everything.
Oh, yeah, and such a good attitude. Just cool as a cucumber. I want to be like you, Bobby. I appreciate it, and thank you so
Yeah.
much for opening a store here in Austin.
Thank you very much. Yep.
All right.
Austin.
Yeah, that's right. Rock it out. And you can have merchandise,
do.
y'all. You can pick it up. Okay, you can browse the store, which is now open on South Congress, or you can shop online, of course. Learn more at jonesroadbeauty.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Austin Water. By knowing your watering schedule and taking advantage of Austin Water's rebates, tips, the My ATX Water portal, and more, you can help preserve our most precious resource. Martin Barbosa is here to tell us more. And Martin, it feels like it's been a good long while since we've had a soaking rain.
Yes.
My first question to you is whether or not we right now in Central Texas are in a drought.
Yes, Rosie, Central Texas is still very much experiencing drought conditions. Because of that, Austin Water still has our drought restrictions in place. So with that said, we do recommend homeowners to stick to just watering their lawns 1 day a week. And that's typically we recommend early in the mornings, late at night. Take advantage of that cooler weather as it comes in. We have all of that information available at austinwater.org, including our drought response information, and other simple water saving tips.
Wonderful. We have been told by experts here on our show that if you water during those hot daylight hours, a lot of it evaporates before it ever even gets to the
yes.
ground. So then you're paying for water that never even made it to your lawn.
That's so very true, yes.
Okay. All right, that's why we want to stick to the mornings and the evenings. All right, what are some ways that we can help save water just as consumers at home?
So there are many ways that we can all pitch in to help save our most precious resource. We could stick by taking advantage of Austin Water rebates. Much of that includes maybe incorporating things like switching out our turf grass with more native plants that use less water. We can also incorporate mulching into our lawns and what we call rainwater harvesting systems that collect that water when we do get rain here in Central Texas. You can store that and use it for other purposes later on.
Is there an easy way for people to see basically in real time how much water they're using? Because I think a lot of what happens, right, is that you see your bill at the end of the month and you think, uh-oh, we did too much watering, or we used the laundry too often, or something like that, and you didn't have the ability to change your behavior in real time, so now
Right.
you're just stuck with the bill.
Right.
You guys have come up with a way to get around that. People can change day of and start saving water.
Yes, Rosie, absolutely. We have what's called our My ATX Water portal. It's a great tool and very simple to use. through the MyATX water portal, you're able to see almost in real time how you're using water in your own household. With that, you can also spot those leaks. There are many leaks that go unnoticed. Well, with the MyATX water portal, that lets you know where specifically your leaks are happening, and also offers some customized tips. That's available through myatxwater.org.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much for your time today, Mark.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Learn more at austinwater.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Austin Water.
Tiring.
All right, guys, welcome back. Are you looking for a long-term, very cuddly companion? Volunteer Kimberly White Erlinger from Austin Animal Center is here today, and she's brought along a sweet dog who is ready to find her forever home. So, Kimberly, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Hi.
Who is this that we have here?
Oh, this is Nikki, and she is just a beloved, sweet, sweet mama. And I brought her because it's almost Mother's Day.
Oh,
look at her. See?
Oh, she's getting excited.
There she is. That's her. There she goes.
She wants to give me kisses.
She just wants to give you all the kisses and get up right up here your notes. Sorry about that. There you go.
Okay,
Nikki, we're going to have to just completely ad-lib now. She's clearly had a lot of babies, and I really want to get her a home for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
She's 8 years old, and she is really sprightly for an 8-year-old dog. She had
Especially a
2
dog of her
walks.
size.
I know, exactly. She's been fantastic today. She was perfect in the car. I always like to say that because people ask. She was great in the car all the way here. She's super house trained, but she had a really rough entry to the shelter when she came in last year. She came in with her collar kind of embedded in her neck and a big chain attached to it. And she was emaciated and had sores. So she clearly had a rough go of it for a while.
And you think maybe that she was forced to have babies?
Who knows?
Okay.
I mean, she clearly has had a lot. It may just be that she was stray for a while.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. She also knows how to sit, and she's very house trained. So she has had a home at some point.
She's had a home
She's
at some
definitely
point.
had a home, and
Okay.
she's been fostered. She has good foster notes. We're really looking, because she's 8, we're really looking for a forever home for her. And she would thrive as the only dog, but in my heart and soul, I believe that she is enough. She's fun, she likes to go for walks, but she also likes to be the couch potato. So I think that she would be great as an only dog.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And should we maybe also take away from that like possibly if there are cats in the house or other dogs?
Yeah, probably not other dogs at this point, especially since she's been at AAC for a little while. There's always that decompression. So probably no dog parks. She has not been tested with cats, but she does like to chase squirrels on campus.
So she might feel the same about kitties.
Yes, a cat may be a little too similar to a squirrel.
Look at her beautiful face there right on camera.
Beautiful. She's such a sweet girl. She just is such a doll. And as you said, she has such a soft head, so I would love to give her a soft landing.
Soft landing. Ooh, that was a nice little transition
Thank
there.
you.
I like that.
Thank you.
But I do want to make sure that I ask, especially when I see a dog who's medium or large size, like with the amount of exercise that they might need, does she need to be walked all the time? Does she need a yard to have as her permanent home, or can she be an apartment dweller?
I think she can be an apartment dweller as long as it's not a super high traffic apartment with lots of ins and outs. If she can kind of get outside and go on her own merry path, I think that would probably be the best for her.
Okay.
A house with a yard would be perfect.
Sure.
She can just get outside and bask in the sun, which I know she loves.
Maybe you do have some kitty in you.
Maybe she
Kind of
does.
a little
I know.
Sun
she's
nap
just,
kind of thing.
I know. She's just a doll baby.
If
so.
somebody is interested in watching Nikki today, or maybe one of the other dogs that y'all have on your website, how does the adoption process work?
It's super, super easy. So all of the dogs are online. So just hop on austintexas.gov/Austin Animal Center. We're also all over social media. But hop on our website, look up the dog, come in, meet, or a cat, come in, meet. We also have a chicken right now, I think, and a couple of bunnies. But if you want to come meet Nikki, and I hope a bunch of people come to meet her, she'll have a QR code. Just come by, scan her QR code, talk to customer service. schedule an interaction with her, and you can take her home. We spayed her. She's got all of her vaccinations. She's in great health. You can take her home today.
I was going to say, her coat has returned to its full glory.
Yes.
She's no longer emaciated.
Not
You
at
guys
all.
have taken really good care of her.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, she is so loved, and we do our best to take care of all the babies there. So.
And now it's time for her to find that home that she gets to stay at for forever.
Please. Yes, please.
You have a very cool adoption event coming up in just a couple days as well. I want to make sure I ask about that.
Yes, I'm so excited about it, and I have to fully admit that I just found out about it this morning. But it's going to be at Book People, and I love Book People.
I love
so
Book People.
much, and I love. It is one of my favorite all-time iconic Austin places, and I love that we're partnering with them. So we're going to have several dogs, and if you look carefully, there's Waffle Fry in the picture, and he was here. Remember Waffle Fry? So we're still looking for a really lovely home for him, but he will be there along with a few other dogs. And one of our volunteers actually made dog-specific bookmarks for people to take home on Saturday.
How sweet is this?
Fabulous. So
You
it's gonna
could
be 10 to
take
1.
home Nikki and a bookmark of Nikki.
Can you believe it? Would that be so fabulous?
What a world. What
I know,
a world.
what a world. It's a good one.
All right, Kimberly, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time, as
you.
always.
Thank
to
you.
adopt Nikki, guys, she's really sweet. And to see all of the other pets currently available for adoption, including that chicken at Austin Animal Center, head to austintexas.gov. Y'all, today we have some fun products that are perfect for upgrading your home, making your outdoor gatherings even better, and giving you a little extra comfort in your everyday life. Alyssa Bergamini and Jacob Palmer are standing by with ideas for your next get-together at the best prices in this week's epic discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
And I'm Jacob Palmer.
Be sure to take out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen so you can save on some amazing products. First up, let's beat the heat with the Dreo Tower Fan. So if you're looking for a powerful yet quiet cooling fan this summer, this is a must-have.
I think people are going to love it, Alyssa, because it features a sleek, modern design. It will go perfectly in any room, and its advanced air circulation system ensures your space stays cool and comfortable. With 3 different speeds and an oscillating feature, and even a sleep mode, you can customize the airflow exactly how you want it.
Oh, I like that sleep mode option there. Next, we have the Philips portable Bluetooth speaker. Perfect for bringing music really anywhere you go.
Anywhere you want to be this summer, this speaker will deliver a rich, clear sound in a compact, portable design. It's perfect if you're hosting a backyard barbecue or just lounging by the pool, and it's great for relaxing at home too, the golf course. With this model, it will offer great sound quality with up to 10 hours of playtime, and that stood out in the Best Reviews testing lab. And once again, it's perfect, so don't worry about the pool or rain.
Yeah, you bring up golf course. I'm gonna throw this in my golf bag because it is easy enough to bring anywhere you go. Now, if you're someone who loves having ice on hand, check out the Dumo's Ice Maker, the countertop ice machine.
Now, this used to be an unthinkable luxury, but with this sleek ice maker, you can make your own fresh, chewable ice in just 6 minutes. You're not wasting time because it's just 6 minutes. It can produce up to 26 pounds of ice per day, and the compact size makes it perfect for your kitchen counter. Super easy to use. This has got it all.
Jacob, you had me sold there with the 6 minutes, whether you're making iced coffee, cocktails, or just nice for your water. This machine, it is a total game changer. And for all the grill masters out there like Jacob, you're gonna love the Alpha Grillers grilling accessories set.
It's that time of year and you need every tool you can get for the grill. And with this set, you get tongs and spatulas as well as a meat thermometer and a cleaning brush. And what I love about it is that it's got a premium stainless steel design, ensuring durability, and the ergonomic handle will make it even easier whether you're making burgers, veggies, seafood. These tools will help you cook like a pro.
Yeah, a perfect gift for all the dads out there. Let's get a look at all 4 products one last time. Take out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen and get ready to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products mentioned and where to buy them by going to our website, kxan.com, and clicking on the Marketplace tab. Welcome back, everybody. Of course, spring is here, and it's a very busy time if we're talking about growing things. If you want to start growing your own food, though, now is the time for veggies. Plant Pro Xander Caruso from Barton Springs Nursery is here to give us some education this morning, and we always appreciate his expertise. Xander, good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about, first of all, why now is a good time for vegetables.
So right now is a good time. Really, it's going to be your summer vegetables, the things you're going to grow. Texas kind of has two growing seasons where we're not so hot that we can plant and get a crop, and then we're really hot for like July, August, and then we go into fall and we can plant another round of tomatoes and squash and different things.
Gotcha.
So I've got a whole array. And I brought some herbs as well.
Fun!
Things like basil you can't grow during the winter. You don't really grow them. You can grow them kind of in the fall, for a little bit, but they really do best when it's warm, and it's going to be warm for a long time. So a lot of your Mediterranean herbs are really good right now.
Okay, excited to talk herbs. Let's talk about what some veggies are good to get growing right now.
Yeah, so whenever I sell, people ask for tomato recommendations. I recommend any cherry tomato. They just seem to do the very best, and in my experience, the primary reason is pest pressure and disease. So
I also love eating a cherry tomato most.
oh yes, they are the best. And so because they're so prolific and they make so many tomatoes, if you're focusing on growing one really big beefsteak and a squirrel comes by and takes a little nibble out of it, or birds come by and peck it, or you just have an infection of some kind of fungus, bacterial, you'll lose an entire giant tomato that you spent so long
and
growing.
you were looking at it and you were hoping for it, and that's
but with
sad.
cherries, they make so many and they ripen so fast that you have basically a huge harvest all summer long, and it's a lot less disappointing, is what I will say.
Okay, I love that for some of us who are beginners. Things like beans, things like okra.
Yeah, get them in the ground now. Beans love it. They love it hot. You give them water, they'll grow, feet a day. They are just great. I planted some of my great-grandmother's heirloom cowpeas one of the first years I started gardening, and they just took off, and now I'm able to just keep them going year after year.
I can't tell the difference between some of these
Yeah,
things.
we got
They
a
all
lot of
look-
different things,
They all
yes.
look green to me. Yeah, can you point some of them out?
Yeah, we grow, specifically at the nursery, we grow Trumbasino squash every single year.
Okay, it's got this big old elephant ear leaf.
Yeah, it's this big guy right here. They are resistant to the squash borer, so it is a squash you can grow that you don't have to worry about that. We have a really bad problem with squash borers here in Central Texas. We got some peppers. Peppers work extremely well here. This is just habanero.
And in fact, you said tomatoes and peppers are kind of like these are wins.
Yeah, they're super easy, especially if you have kids and you want to just give them something super easy to grow, and they just are prolific. They're fantastic to do. And of course, I think in general, depending on what it is, the Trumbasino squash are as long as my arm. But because they're resistant to squash borers and they're kind of thick-skinned, you don't really have the pest pressure that really affects them that much. They are prolific. They produce a ton. But typically, the smaller the fruit, the better, because you will experience birds, raccoons, squirrels.
It's delicious to us. It's delicious to them.
Exactly. So you want to make as much as you can. Same goes for strawberries.
Oh, is this a little? Oh
Yeah,
my goodness!
we got a little
Look,
strawberry
there's a
going
little
right there.
strawberry
Yeah.
starting. Oh my gosh! That's so exciting,
Yeah.
and I can understand why someone would want their kids to get involved with
and
this.
I always recommend June-bearing strawberries over everbearing. Everbearing will produce throughout the year, but June-bearing's the same deal. They produce a bunch all at one time. Specifically with strawberries, they produce a bunch all at one time, and they are also delicious.
Yeah.
So you want to actually have a harvest you can eat.
Gotcha. Okay, we're running out of time just a bit, so I want to make sure we touch on some things. I know I'm looking at mint. I know I'm looking at basil.
Yes.
That, given the right conditions, will take over everything.
The mint will. Basil's, it's pretty self-contained, and if you're making pesto, you're going to keep it in check. The mint you want to keep in a pot. You don't want it to be in the ground. I had neighbors plant some mint. They ran under my fence, and now they're in my bed.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But I use it,
Sure. And what's this?
This is a really interesting fern leaf lavender. It smells a bit more like oregano, kind of like a thyme and oregano flavor rather than actual
Yeah, it
lavender.
does.
But it's really pretty. They're just blooming for us, and we've got all different kinds of herbs at the
You've
nursery
got
right
lots
now.
of things going on at the nursery. Real quickly, we just want to mention the fertilizer, and then let's make sure we talk about the event you have
Yes,
tonight.
we have an event tonight. But yes, Any kind of all-purpose, really good new starting fertilizer, just organic. You're going to be eating this stuff. Just throw that in the ground. If it's organic, you can use just a handful of it. And then we have a liquid one right here, which is you can just use it anytime you water. Go organic. It's better for you.
Love it. Okay, and the talk tonight?
The talk tonight, yes, we will have the gardener, Ana Maria from Este, coming in to give a talk about kind of how she grows for the restaurant, which is going to be awesome. I'm a huge fan of Este. And a huge fan of hers, so we're very excited to have her.
It sounds like a ton of fun.
Yes.
Sandra, thank you as always.
Absolutely.
For more tips, you can visit in person or you can go online right now, bartonspringsnursery.com. This segment is sponsored by Plexiderm.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, we have a birthday every single year, and I think it's on that day that you really start thinking, oh no, the time is passing. But that may not necessarily be the reason that you're looking a little bit older when you take a little peek in the mirror. It's a virtual world. We're just seeing a whole lot more of ourselves nowadays. And nobody knows that better than our friend Scott DeFalco, who's going to tell us a little bit more about Plexiderm this morning. Scott, hello.
Rosie, great to be with you. Yeah, those birthdays, they seem to come quicker every year. The number goes up, and people have the misconception that just because they're getting older, or maybe that they have too many wrinkles, that they can't deal with them. And that's just not true. With Plexiderm's new Rapid Reduction Serum, we're going to reduce the appearance of all the key signs of aging in less than 10 minutes, Rosie. It is the in the moment, I need results now product, and it's completely topical. That's why people love it, but we're going to jump right into the before and after pictures so people can see how effective this product will be.
Absolutely. In fact, this is one of my favorite things to do is when you're on Amazon or something like that, I want to see the before and afters. So this is going to be one of my favorite versions.
The proof isn't in the pudding, it's in the pictures.
It's in the pictures. Okay, we got Laura, we got Penny, we got Rose.
Three lovely ladies right here that are dealing with issues, especially around the mouth. You can see it with Penny, and you can imagine how she felt after she put Plexiderm's Rapid Reduction Serum on. I mean, it's a dramatic improvement, and to see it on your screen is pretty amazing, but to be there and witness it in person like I was, Rosie, it's mind-blowing. The people feel so much better about themselves, and all they do is put a small amount on that problem area, wait 10 minutes, and they're seeing the results you're seeing on the screen.
Absolutely. It's incredible that that's not retouched. It's incredible that we're just talking product photos. It's crazy stuff. Let's talk about Maria, Rita, Samantha.
This is actually my favorite montage, Rosie, because the reason why people originally turned to Plexiderm was for the three-dimensional bag. Now, these are three different ladies in three completely different age groups, spanning about 25 years. They have the dark circles, they have the under eye bags, but it didn't matter how old or young they were or the issues that they had. You can see what Plexiderm did for them. It completely got rid of the dark circles and the under eye bag. So people can get these issues at any age, really, even in their 20s, depending on genetics, lifestyle choices. Maybe they have allergies, didn't get enough sleep, but it does not matter with Plexiderm. It does not discriminate. We take care of all age groups for men and women.
I'm glad you brought up men as well, because our next montage includes Mona, Carol, and now we've got a man in the mix. We've got Don.
My guy, Don, I love Don, and he had the forehead lines that he was dealing with, the deep set forehead lines, Mona with the under eye bags, and Carol with the laugh lines around her eyes and those crow's feet. I want to talk to the guys right now, Rosie, because there's a misconception out there, again, for the men that, they can't get female products, or, that they shouldn't use them and this and that. That is out the window, fellas. It's okay for you to take care of yourself and look better. And for that, you're going to want to use products like this, or what people normally refer to as women's products. They're not just for women. They're for everybody. The men make up a big part of our fan base with Plexiderm, because with our new serum, it goes on clear. So there's no chalky white residue, so men can put it on. It's like a moisturizer. It goes right into your skin. So that's one of the reasons why men love it. And for the females out there, the number one question I get, the number one question I get is, do you have any free samples? And the second question I get is, does this work with makeup? And again, it works great with makeup because it goes on clear. So ladies, if you're watching right now, put Plexiderm on a clean, dry face, wait 10 minutes, then use oil-free makeup as normal. I want to stress that, because anything that has oil in it will counteract the effectiveness of Plexiderm. So put on oil-free makeup, and you're going to get up to 10 hours with the results, Rosie. That's another thing people love about this product.
Amazing. Okay, our last little set here, Ellen, Robin, Jill.
These are three different ladies again. This is a perfect example of how Plexiderm's new serum is working on all the key signs of aging. They had more than one issue they were dealing with. So it's not just the under eye bag. Again, it's the forehead lines, it's the crow's feet, it's those pesky laugh lines around your mouth, and also a real underappreciated part of your body that with aging is an issue, Rosie, loose skin under your neck. That's a big one. And the reason why this serum is so effective is because we've added peptides and collagen to the formula. So we're talking moisture in your skin, we're talking firmness. That's why you're seeing that nice, youthful, glowing look in the before and afters. And again, that's why this product is lasting so long, up to 10 hours with the results. As I stated earlier, that's because of the collagen we put in the new formula.
Let's talk about other reasons why Plexiderm has such a huge fan base.
Number one, for me, or at least from what I've heard, completely topical. No painful injections or expensive doctor visits. People don't have to go through that. You know, there's three things in life I'm afraid of, Rosie. Number one is sharks. Number two are snakes. Number three are needles. So when you look online and they say, oh, you can do minimally invasive procedures. Anything that involves putting a needle into my face is majorly invasive. So the fact that we don't have to do that with this product is the number one thing people love about it the most. The fact that it works so quickly and the fact that it lasts so long. That's really what's differentiating this product.
Not only that, you guys always try to make it special. You have something special going on right now.
This is our biggest discount ever. So this is the Plexiderm 6 application trial pack. Okay, I'm holding it in my hand right here. You can see the 6 applications. So right now, Rosie, this is $14.95 plus free shipping with a 30-day money-back guarantee from the day you receive it. But trust me, you're not going to need to use that. You're going to love this product. We also, if you want to just dive into getting a full bottle, we have 50% off a full bottle of Plexiderm, or maybe if you've been a user before and want to start up again. It's really 2 different options that are great. But this trial pack, if you just want to try to see how effective it'll be for you, it's very affordable. Again, $14.95 plus free shipping. The only way to get that deal is to call that 1-800 number that's right there on your screen. That's 1-800-727-6719. You are a phone call away from forgetting about the number on your birthday. You're going to look 10 to 20 years younger in just 10 minutes.
Makes it easy to say yes, Scott. We always appreciate your time and your charisma. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Great to be with you as always, Rosie.
You can try Plexiderm today for just $14.95 with no automatic shipping by visiting plexidermtrial.com or by calling 1-800-727-6719. You will also receive free shipping by ordering right now. Again, go to plexidermtrial.com or call 1-800-727-6719. This segment is sponsored by Plexiderm. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by ZipRecruiter, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, and Plexiderm.